The Companies Amendment Act, which was published in the Government Gazette on the 27th of December, has now become operational. The amendments have been described as a significant milestone in South Africa's corporate law by the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition. They aim to make it easier to do business, increase transparency and address income inequality. Corporate lawyer for corporate and commercial at Cliffe Dekker Hofmeyr, Roxanne Bain, says there's been an easing of compliance burden on companies.
We see that, for example, something that companies do every day, they loan money to their subsidiaries, for example, so the companies that they hold 51% shares in. And this is something that had a whole host of requirements before, and now that's actually been eased. So the law has said where you loan money to your subsidiary, you no longer need to comply with all of these requirements, which is great.
Bain says the best way for companies to prepare to be compliant is for them to look at their constitutional documents, including their memorandum of incorporation.
Often these act as like a user manual for companies. They set out the provisions of the act, sometimes word for word, and they say this is what you need to do. And now that the act has been amended, you have potentially got an MOI that is in conflict with what the act says. And so you might get into a bit of trouble there because it's arguable that you have to actually comply with your MOI. So where the compliance burden has been eased by the act, actually your MOI says something different. So you would need to look at your MOIs to make sure that they are in line with the amendments. This shouldn't be a huge exercise, but it is important.
Some amendments of the Act are not yet operational and are expected to come into effect during the year. One of the amendments relates to annual financial statements, which will allow the public access to a company's annual financial statements. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.